Welcome to another episode on our channel. So we're continuing on with the Justice League Hot Toys figures that I have. There's one Kotobukiya figure I have of Wonder Woman that I put on a Hot Toys stand because I just like that figure better. So this is, of course, the Flash, and the civilian counterpart to the Flash is Barry Allen, portrayed by Ezra Miller. We'll talk about Ezra Miller when we get to this character on a rotating base. But in the meantime, I think what we'll do right now is break and get some close-ups of his stand all the way to the top of his head and do some side-to-side shots so you can see this figure a bit more clearly. This is a Hot Toys figure on a Hot Toys stand. So we will be right back. What I really love about the Hot Toys Justice League figures is that the stands are consistent. So you can put them all side by side and it's just aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. So we have the stand here, and as we move upward, we see his bright red outfit with maybe some different shades or tones of red, maybe moving in the direction of burgundy at times, but certainly highlights of gold and black and so forth. I have him with his hands pointed outwards. He, of course, is fast, and I could have him in a running position, but I prefer this look with his head tilted. I think that kind of projects Ezra Miller's portrayal of the Flash very nicely. So we will pause and do a few side-to-side shots with this figure. So here is the Hot Toys Flash. We'll just do some side-to-side shots and then move on to the civilian counterpart, Barry Allen, to the Flash. Obviously, this is a great head sculpt of the Flash from Justice League. Hot Toys really disappoints, I must say that, in terms of the head sculpts. So we'll pause now and get the civilian counterpart, Barry Allen, on a rotating base, and we'll talk a little bit more about Ezra Miller. We'll be right back. We are back, and we're going to talk a little bit about Ezra Miller, who portrays the civilian, Barry Allen, who portrays the Flash in Justice League, and the movie The Flash. So he's had a very complicated life, but let's start out with a little history in terms of family of origin. His biological parents, his mother is of Dutch and German descent. She's a dancer. His father is of Jewish descent, and he's a book publisher. He has two older sisters, so he's the youngest in the family system. He decided at a young age that he wanted to be an actor. But before that happened, and that was actually a result of a dream, and I don't know the specifics of the dream, but he was just impressed that he wanted to be an actor. But before that happened, he actually struggled with a speech impediment, stuttering for some time. And a very astute kindergarten teacher suggested to the mother that she get him in opera singing classes. And she did, the mom did do that. And he learned breathing techniques and was able to push the words out more forcefully. That was, the breathing seemed to be the issue with the stuttering, and overcame the stutter as a result. Performed at the Metropolitan Opera House, did very well with that process. So he's a talented singer, apparently. He also plays drums and other percussion instruments. He also does keyboard. I didn't read anything about guitar, but since I had a guitar, I put it in his hands. Maybe one day he'll pick up the guitar, but I thought that would be important to put some instrument in his hands since he's so musically talented. I also have him sitting on a block of wood that has a sign that says mental health matters. And in the back, there's a little sign that says mental health matters because he's had some mental health issues that appears to have started occurring after the divorce of his parents. Although he doesn't trace the problems to the divorce of his parents, the timing seems to coincide pretty well. So he's had some struggles, which has gotten him in trouble with the law as well. But the only thing he's ever been convicted of is trespassing. His acting career took off with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. He did another follow-up to that with Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, and Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Of course, he's been in Justice League as the Flash and in a movie recently of just the Flash. So he's very good at what he does. Now, can he stay out of the spotlight, calm down with mental health issues and getting in trouble with the law? That's yet to be determined. But I haven't heard of anything recently occurring where he's gotten into trouble. So hopefully, maybe he's grown out of that process. He identifies as being queer, but fluid, and embraces all pronouns that are out there. So yeah, he's an interesting person, but a good actor, and a perfect fit for the Flash with a more comedic twist to the character. I very much enjoy that part of him. So that's a little bit about him. The only thing I changed from last time that you've seen him is I put a cat here as another hopefully calming effect. I don't know if he likes cats or not, but I thought a cat would be, when you see a cat that's sleeping, it is so relaxing to have that in your life. And we certainly have had cats and dogs. Any animal sleeping is very peaceful. So I just wanted him kind of having this peaceful moment, sitting down, relaxing, playing a guitar with a pick in his hand and a cat nearby. So we'll pause now and get him on a different turn trace so you can see more specifics from his feet all the way up to the top of his head. And then we'll do side to side shots from his hands on up. And then we'll get some real good close-ups of his face. So we'll be right back. So we are back, and you can see the stand, which is made out of a floor sample yet again. We did that with, I think, all the Justice League figures that were customized. So you can see the cat, beautiful cat, I think. The black tennis shoes, the jeans, the guitar stand to his right, and then the sign that we'll eventually see that says mental health matters as well. The guitar, he has a little pick in his hands. He's got his black sweatshirt on. And that's a classical guitar. So that fits. Classical opera. And of course, the unbranded head sculpt. Really nice one. So there you go. We'll pause now and get some tight close-ups. Or actually, we'll stay at this distance and do side to side and then get some tighter close-ups of the head sculpt. We'll be right back. So maybe by the time we see this episode, maybe he's learning to play guitar. Who knows? Probably not. But I actually have a guitar like this, except it has a lighter grain surface to the top of the guitar. So we'll go side to side. Yeah, I wanted him in casual clothing, jeans, and a black hoodie I thought would work. And it seems to do the job. I love the head sculpt, by the way. Even though it's unbranded, it's a really nicely done head. So we'll pause now and get a tighter close-up of his head so you can see the details. We'll be right back. So this is a pretty good head. Let me go this way first. He's got really high cheekbones. It's captured his facial features nicely. Yeah, I really like this head sculpt. There you go. Welcome back. It's starting to feel a little tighter on the table now, and it'll get even more crowded when we show Cyborg and Aquaman. But we are getting there. So we started with Superman, then Wonder Woman, Batman, and the Flash. With the superheroes, they're all Hot Toys figures except for Wonder Woman. She's Kotobukiya on a Hot Toys stand, so they would look more uniform. Everything is customized here except for this one. This is SL Customs, and that was a complete set, except for the walking sticks. I did make the walking sticks here, like I said in the last episode, or the episode previous to this one, and the hiking stick for Wonder Woman, of course. These are customized. This is a Hot Toys head. This is an unbranded head for Wonder Woman, and I believe that's a Hot Toys head, or actually, I think it's unbranded. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I believe it is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. We're still due in the near future one more World War I figure. I intend to do an Italian World War I figure, so I should have a complete set to show you from all the major players in World War I. So we'll be back eventually. Don't know when. Work schedule is keeping me awful busy. But in the meantime, guys, I hope you have a great day. Take care.